This is a War Ops round on Leviathan on the station Bagel. I just skipped ahead to where they're done preparing because watching 5 people prepare randomly when you can't actually see their UI is kind of pointless. As we can see though, they have bought 2 monkeys and a syndicate assault Borg. Other than that though, they didn't buy any human reinforcements. I have not seen any human reinforcements purchased since the TC nerf on it because it's just such a expensive cost when monkeys do the job fairly well, or just buy the Borg, which is definitely better and not that much more expensive than a person. We are exactly 27 minutes in, and the Nukies have aborted what looks like this is the AI satellite. Yes, it is. Something I noticed that is very, very bad to do as Nukies, and I'll just criticize this right away. They left the nuke papers on their ship. That's normally not a huge deal, but they left the ship parked to the station. Anyone who's flying around with a jetpack by accident can break into the ship. It is really not that difficult. There are only turrets in the front room, and there's no turrets even in the room that you need to get in where the paper's at. You could just go through these airlocks and get the paper. And yeah, like you need to, this turret stops you from piloting, but if you just build a wall right here, you wall the turret off and you just hijack the ship. So that's really bad. Also, they didn't even bring all their free equipment. Like, I know it's War Ops, so they get extra equipment, but why not you bring it? They also even left a pinpointer. I've noticed the crew did some pretty intense metagaming, I would call this. Like, yeah, it's War Ops, but they intentionally spaced the floor to prevent planting, and they also preemptively walled off all of the doors. I know they're just solid walls, but like, I know planting on AI satellites is a common strategy, but like I feel like preemptively destroying the floor because you know that they can't plant if the floor is destroyed is a little crazy. Like, yeah, they didn't even do a good job at it. You could just put the floor tiles back down to fix that, but like, come on. Like that's just abusing game mechanics. This monkey seemingly doesn't have any form of air. What? They didn't even okay, that's depressing. What I don't understand is somebody apparently spotted them. I'm guessing they're watching cameras or something, because they called out specifically, yeah, they must be watching cameras. They actually specifically called out that every single Nukie's there, including a Borg, which is a pretty crazy call out to be able to know all of that. So somebody has actually put in chat that they are bringing the nuke to the AI satellite, so they actually are being watched through the cameras. But I don't even see the nuke. So I'm not entire. Oh, there's the nuke. Okay, so yeah, they are being directly watched through the cameras. I don't think you can see the sprites change in Spectator. So somebody is just sitting there on the cameras watching them bring the nuke there. So now people know that they need to use their own nuke, which again, that's a little unfortunate that the game mechanics only let you have one nuke opportunity. So once people see the Nukies dragging their nuke, they know that they have to use their own nuke, which means the crew just has to grab the nuke and toss it into space and it's over. Yeah, see, this guy literally preemptively meted the floor and spaced it. He just said that they can't anchor it there, and he has CE clothing, but he's a service worker. Of course, they're not an engineer, they're a service worker who preemptively spaced the AI satellite so they couldn't plant it there. Okay. Got 2 sec officers, one armed with a telescopic shield and a disabler SMG and a shotgun, probably with tranquilizers is my guess, because it is War Ops. Yep, those are indeed tranquilizers. Instantly put that Nukie to sleep. This guy has a 25% chance of reflecting one of those, which he actually did, which prevented him from falling asleep. So you can see sec officers don't have anything to worry about with spacing, so they just kind of run into space and shoot the Nukies on their own ground, because their own ground doesn't really matter. Oh, they had a disabler SMG though, so I can't say they were just kind of this lone scientist. What are they doing? This sideways bug is pretty prevalent. I've seen it multiple people now. I mean, I've even run into it when I played recently. People using this portal to kind of peek in and out, see what they see. I don't know what's in this portal. They're shooting straight through it. I like that. Disabler SMG from behind, and remember, spacing just doesn't really matter, so they got the movement speed advantage. Disabler SMG down them, and they're going to get executed with the L6. Oh, they used a mini bomb to take that officer with them. I think they took both of them. Or micro bomb, sorry, not mini bomb. So one of the Nukies just went into the cargo portal, and unfortunately with spectator tools, I can't actually follow it directly, but it leads into a literal glass box that is, again, I just would call this super exploity or something. You can't go back through it. It's literally a bait. You can't re-enter the portal, so they're basically just stuck in there. I guess you could call that a clever use of mechanics or some form of exploit. That seems really not intended to me. Like, why wouldn't you just be able to go back through it? Some extra portal fighting going on, just spraying rounds into it, which is fair. They saw what happened to the last person that went in there, and it was not good. More bullets flying through, hitting some random people. Oh, they did have an acidifier. They just didn't pop it fast enough before they got stripped. Still not entirely sure what the Nukie plan even is at this point. Like, hitting science and AI satellite as your primary target is a little bizarre. Like, it doesn't really matter what you hit when you're doing war ops. You pretty much either like try to just stop cargo, go for like distro or gravity, and then just go for the captain. I mean, they already have everything cleaned out, or you'd hope that the crew has cleaned out the armory. I'm not entirely sure what they're looking for. Is the disc still in the locker? That's a little awkward. What? They're just letting him go? I'm so confused. Is the disc in there? Are they not using their pinpointer? No, the disc isn't in there. What are they doing? Somebody literally went and found the ship, and they just broke through the front and were piloting it from the front, because that also lets you ignore the turret. The guy who preemptively spaced AI satellite seemingly went and also found their ship, hijacked it, and then flew it back to the station. Now, they also have a pinpointer, they have the codes, and they also stole the Nukie's nuke, which the Nukies left for some reason. When they already knew they were spotted, they probably shouldn't have left the nuke. Apparently the Nukies, somebody has singulused. I guess I need to rewind because, like, this is so fucked. I can't figure out what's going on in this shift. Who's singulused? Actually, I guess the station is losing power. Okay, so the emitters died. So the station lost power because the radiation wasn't refueled. I don't think anyone directly actually loosed it. So it seems like the hop has been given the disc, and they're just... Some of them are abandoning the station to go blow up the Nukie outpost. They also left free C4 on the ship, so now they could just use that to do some damage to the turret. Not quite. So the turret's gone. There's basically nothing stopping them from just... Yeah, just skip ahead. Like, they're just FTLing to the outpost. The crew, well, specifically more so one guy, watched them land, watched their ship land there, saw them drag the nuke, and used all that knowledge to basically just go and hijack it, because hijacking the Nukie ship is comically easy. And, yeah, since the disc was still in their possession, they just also stole the nuke. The Nukies have to use their own nuke sometimes, and if you don't watch it 24/7, it's susceptible to things like this. So, yeah, this is going to be a crew major victory. You don't really see those too often. Interesting round. That was... I've never seen anything like that. The Nukies got hit by multiple cheese tactics, I would say. I'm not going to necessarily say it was like metagaming, but some pretty insane cheese tactics. Nukies also made a lot of really major mistakes, like leaving the paper behind, leaving the nuke behind, leaving your ship right next to the station, not using the pinpointers to find the disc. Bunch of interesting things this round. Thank you guys for watching.